Hello again, everybody. Hockey Guy here, back for OutstandingPoker.com, and I wanted to do a video today talking about reasons to bet and reasons not to bet. Take a look at some action at $50 no-limit tables, and just a brief intro on what we expect to see. Basically, reasons to bet. Obviously, we want value from worse hands. Sometimes we'll be able to get a better hand to fold. And those are really your two main reasons. And then you'll also run into situations where you have a vulnerable hand and you're trying to protect your hand. Maybe it's a multi-way pot or something, and you want to thin the field, which will increase your equity by getting rid of some overcards or something, or weak draws that, if you give a free card, could improve to make you no longer best. Then also, by betting or raising, you define your hand and gain information. And rarely am I betting or raising just to gain information. It's usually kind of a byproduct of some other reason I have to bet. But the benefit of that is frequently, especially on the flop, if you bet early in the hand and you have a weak hand and you get a lot of action, then you can get away from your hand a lot cheaper than if you become passive and decide to check and call, and then pretty soon you've called 2 or 3 bets that added up way more money than a simple bet would have been, that would have perhaps let you get away from the hand earlier. So reasons not to bet here, if we can get there we go. Reasons not to bet. Frequently a problem at the micro stakes level is betting hands that can only be called by a better hand and will fold out all the worst hands. Pot control. You may not want to blow up the pot with a medium strength hand. You may be trying to get to a more reasonably priced showdown. Inducing a bluff on the end. A lot of yahoos at these levels that will take any opportunity to make a bluff on the end. So if you do not bet, then you can get them to put some more value in the pot for you. Sometimes you'll run into a situation where you're not really sure what the opponent has. If they're kind of an aggressive opponent, they may have nothing, or they may have a very strong hand, and if you bet, it gives them an opportunity to either raise for value or raise as a bluff, and you're not really sure, and that kind of goes along with pot control. And then sometimes, if you flop a monster and you have an aggressive opponent, you can just let them bet your hand for you. Like if you flop a set and you expect them to have an overpair, you can let them bet your hand for a street or two before you get it all in. Another time is frequently if you have outs in a multi-way pot, you don't want to necessarily lead out at it, because a lot of the players will choose poor bet sizes, which will price you in to see if you can spike your out on the next street. But if you bet it and get raised, it creates a situation where you no longer really have proper odds to chase. So we'll take a look at that too. Because the general thought there is that you want to be betting hands that have no outs or very few outs, because then it doesn't hurt your feelings if you have to fold. But you hate to get raised out of a pot when you have quite a few outs that could improve your hand, or if you have some showdown value. So with that, we'll head off to the tables. Alright, so here we are at the tables. Oops. Had a little microphone problem there to get going. Turn down the TV and see if we can get anything done here. Just a standard value raise here on the what is it? Make it 2. Left table. The guy here, Major Tilt, is a bit loosey-goosey, but I'm going to